Boy, AirArms has really been hammering it. There's what I want.
Everybody. Hope I got Mike here. Can you hear me okay, Sue?
Okay. Well, good evening, everybody. There we go. That's what we wanted. And welcome to our roundtable wrap up. This is wrap up of day 5. This was our final day here at Airgunexpo 21. And gosh, what a great week.
We've had a busy but really fun week, that's for sure.
I learned a ton. I mean, it was a great example of, I've been doing this for a lot of years, and there's always something new to learn. And I learned a lot, and it was absolutely worth the effort. And I hope you guys have enjoyed watching along, while we got out there and played with some guns and did the studio stuff and just learned about some great products and some great vendors. Hope you guys learned about some stuff that maybe you'd never seen before or didn't know how it worked, and now you do. That's pretty awesome. It was just a great week. I'll let you guys chime in. A few people I want to thank, but if you guys want to add to that, please go ahead and do it.
I think we had a lot of new things that people haven't seen before. We had things that we've seen before but never shot. Certainly experienced a lot of different genres of air rifling, whether it's CO2, small bore, big bore, mid bore, pellet, slug. We did a little bit of everything this week.
If you didn't learn something, you weren't paying attention.
Exactly, Larry. If you didn't learn something.
And I was surprised at how much I did know about our products. So
there's a lot.
Not enough yet, but
hey. You've only been doing it for what, 30 plus years, something like that?
Well, I've been shooting competitively for 30 years, but I've only been doing this job for 6, I think.
Okay.
So,
okay. What about you, Angie?
I'm super, super thankful to be a part of it. I had a blast the entire week. I'm actually really sad that it's over, but
great. Miss me.
Yes, Larry. Great experience all around. I don't get my hands on too many high-end air guns, so to be able to shoot from low budget to high-end, really high-end air guns this week has been an absolute pleasure, and I've just really, really enjoyed it. So thank you, all of you who put it on.
Yeah, it was fantastic fun. Yeah,
yes.
And you're right. We went from like the cheapest air rifle made to the most expensive air rifle made. We covered everything.
We ran the gamut for sure, from the Beeman underlever, which was about as affordable as you can get in a bullpup.
Mm-hmm.
We could have brought out maybe the Beeman QB Chief 2 and kind of undercut that a little bit, but we started from the most affordable to some of the, probably absolutely the most advanced and some of the most expensive off the shelf air guns you can buy. It was pretty, from small bore to big bore to 20 gauge. We covered so many different products, optics, accessories, rests, scopes, night vision scopes. We covered a lot. And it was a lot of fun. It was a ton of work. And I want to just say a few things on the thank you front here. Been thanking our sponsors all week, and Gateway to Airguns. It was Travis that called me up and says, Rick, I think we should do this. And I agreed with him. And that's how this started. And then that went from idea to Sue. Can you grab this? This is Joe.
How long
He's
ago
going to
was
try
that,
and get
Rick?
on. That was probably sometime in October, November. And then it went from that to a couple really trying to figure out how we're going to do it, and then testing things out. And we did our sample runs and built the website and all of that stuff. And then
all in less than 8 months.
Yeah. And
went
then
from just an idea to
this, and then
putting it all together.
Robert called me from Airguns of Arizona and said, I'm in. And that was all. It was just, I'm in, whatever. He says, I don't care, I'm in.
Yeah.
And they did. And that was huge. And then Predator International was the next one to come on board officially. And then it just began to build from there. And so I definitely got to thank all of our sponsors that way. Please go to the website, reach out to them, say, thank you for doing this, so that we can maybe do it next year or maybe sooner. I think every 6 months would be good. We have a question?
Yes, you do.
Yes.
Really?
Daniel Garcia said he hasn't seen the latest videos yet. So what was the cheapest?
The least expensive, which PCP maybe?
Try any of them.
Well, probably the least expensive rifle we shot was probably the Umrex Surge Max Elite
Yeah.
at 150
Break
bucks.
barrel.
And the most expensive was probably the Delta Wolf at
3,400.
3,400. So
yeah.
we ran the gamut.
What
And
about the least expensive PCP?
probably the Beeman
Underlever Beeman.
underlever?
At 300 and change.
I don't want to lose track of one important and it's a major thank you. And that is to Grace Ranch.
Yes.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
you guys don't know the environment really we live in. I say myself and my wife and the fellowship here at Grace Ranch. But my dad started this fellowship in this ranch back 2004-ish, plus or minus. And it's really been a haven for people for many, many years. And so my shooting range, AirgunProshop and AirgunWeb facilities are I have 20 acres that's adjacent to the ranch. But we're in our chapel right now. We ate every day in our communal mess hall, camp kitchen. And the folks here at the ranch that you guys didn't see were tirelessly supporting this endeavor.
Boy,
So-
did they take care of us, didn't they?
They took very good care of
It
us.
was,
Thank you.
You're very welcome. And
Unbelievable.
I want to make sure that those guys, Micah and Jeff and Bob and my sister Cheryl and my mom Ann and even Johnny running errands and stuff. It was, I want to say thank you to those guys because I promised them nothing other than my dad would always say, I'll promise you one meal a day in a hard time. And I live up to that, trying to keep that going forward. And so I try and maintain that. But truth of the matter is that these guys really worked their butts off to make this happen. And so I want to say thank you to them. If you guys want to know more about our ranch here, it's just grace-ranch.com, and you can see our animals and see pictures of our place. And if you want to learn more, check it out. But I cannot not thank them for all of their support and what we couldn't have done it without all of their help.
No way. No chance.
Super thank you to that. So we've got all of that out of the way. Today, I'll tell you what really hit me as we were kind of wrapping everything up. And I wouldn't have thought of this. And Joe is, I think, going to try and join us with his cell phone here in a moment. He just landed in Colorado, so he skipped out early. Whatever. He said, we ain't got no pellets left. That's what he said.
Last one here, first one to leave.
And it's great. We can say that because he's not here. We get away with it. But Joe taught me something this week is to not be afraid to shoot at 100 yards. You'd be surprised. I was shocked this week at how many guns from the $300-ish Beeman up to the $3,400 Delta Wolf. We were shooting at 100 yards, hitting that little 4-inch quadrant target with some consistency.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I mean,
the higher end guns were far
of
more
course,
consistent.
yeah,
But I was like, okay, so this means I need to change my perception a bit because what's out there can actually do far better than I've been giving it credit to.
Yeah, we're not talking kill shots and we're not talking good grouping, but at least the ability to do it. I mean, everything we had here basically could do it.
I was surprised. We shot the Walther Rain today, which I'm not a bullpup fan. But I shot a couple bullpups this week now that have me going, okay, maybe I can shoot that one. One was that one from Utah Airguns. What was that one we shot? The bullpup.
Walter Rain.
No,
Utah.
Utah.
Cayman X.
Thank you. The Cayman X
Sorry,
I
long
thought
week.
was really nice because of the profile and the way it laid out.
Boy, did that shoot good.
And then it did really well. And
Wow.
then the Walther Rain for me, granted, it's not the most accurate, certainly not the most powerful, but I think it's a good price point for what you get. It's German made.
Good barrel.
It just seemed to be a really nice gun. And for me, it was very comfortable. I like that gun quite a bit. I hope I'm going to be able to convince JB to just, sure, Rick, keep that one for some review work. That'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that's the email I'm going to get back. But in any case, that was, for me, that was
it
great.
didn't work with me in the Delta Wolf, by the way. when I tried.
Yeah, I
that.
know. I've already tried sending Robert a few emails, just trying to ask if you I mean, come on, Robert, hey, it's here. Might as well just leave it. No, I haven't had that. Larry,
Larry wouldn't take the bribe either.
yeah, I couldn't get Larry to leave me the keys. Nothing was
Nothing.
working that way.
I'm locking the back of the van and I'm putting the cable with the lock through
I
the
suggest
trigger
it.
guards every night, Robert.
I have one word. I have two words for you. Electric grinder. I'm just saying that there's ways to, no, in all seriousness, we got to handle some awesome stuff.
We sure did.
Yeah.
And a little bit of everything, and all of our sponsors, they sent us good products. I mean, they sent us really nice stuff to try out there. I was surprised at ATN and all the really nice digital scopes and range finders and night vision stuff, night vision binoculars, everything. ATN really surprised me because it's not a product I use
Yeah,
normally.
it's not necessarily your wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's not my wheelhouse, and not something I would typically buy. But boy, when you use it, you see it, you're like, man, I could really use this.
Well, yeah, they have a great range. I really, it's funny. I was talking to Steve. He was on with us last night. Steve
Yeah, he
Limmerhoff.
was great guy.
And he had asked to have some binocs sent, the 4K Pro binocs sent for the show. They showed up today.
Yeah,
When we were done.
right after we finished.
But the cool thing is that you have a lot of content producers up here. At least 3 out of the 4, more 2 maybe out of the 4.
2.5.
This guy is like half content
Yeah.
producer.
Little
That are
shaky on the
gonna,
department.
that are gonna keep showing you some great stuff. I know we shot footage with the ATN optics when we were doing the videos, and as we pull the information together and re-edit things, we'll be able to incorporate those shots in and continue to show off that gear. So we're not done by any stretch,
No,
but this is a
no.
great launch.
And one of the reasons that I dislike making content is the devices I have to attach to my scope. It's such a pain. It is really such a pain to hook it all up and get it to work and get it all lined up. And then it's something I do on the bench, which I don't, I'm not really a bench shooter. I'm a hunter. I'm a, stalker. So
You heard it here. Travis finally admits it. He's a stalker. Okay.
But anyway, so the ATN product is really nice because you don't have to hook anything up. And you can film it right from the scope. So I can't wait to actually go do that. And
the binoculars,
try
I'm
it.
excited about those.
yeah, those two. Those are gonna
to be able to just set up, hit record on my target and have it. That's what you do, Angie, right?
Yeah, that's what I was doing today. And yesterday I recorded a lot of the shots and I was able to see, because back there where you're shooting from, I can't see whether you guys are hitting the target at 100 yards. So I was able to get my binocs out.
How's the
And watch
footage
it.
look at 100 yards with those?
it's
Beautiful.
4K, isn't it?
It's crisp. It's clear. It's beautiful.
Now I've got a
I
set
can't wait
now,
to use that.
and I expect that I'll be using that a lot because it'd be a lot easier on my gear to have that back at the bench with me. And
A lot easier on you.
well, that true,
'Cause
that too.
Going back and forth 100 yards to the target. I mean, that can get pretty wearing.
Yeah.
And speaking of targets, what would we have done this week without Larry's quadrant target?
man, we beat the heck out of that thing all week long. didn't we?
That it probably gets the most valuable player award.
You know what? I think so. I think it does.
I won't have to sand any old paint off.
No,
Yeah.
When I
it's
clean
well
it up and paint it.
You might
It's
have
well
to dip it in a fireplace though to get all the lead off of it. I mean, we hit that thing all week long. I was surprised because I've hit spinners before and I've hit all kinds of targets before, but that thing there is really a challenge.
Yeah.
And if you're
It
not
is.
challenged, you just move it further out.
Right.
Yeah. So it's really,
And we only knocked it over 3 or 4 times and we didn't even stake it down.
we never
Yeah.
staked
It's
it
just
down.
sitting
We
on
never
top of
even
the
put rocks or
loose
anything on it.
ground. Yep.
Yeah.
Sue,
It worked
a
great.
question?
No, it's just me commenting.
Oh, okay.
I really liked that target, and watching you guys shoot it made me want to shoot
Yeah.
because you could see where you were hitting.
Yeah.
You
Where
could
your
see
misses.
when you didn't, where it went.
Yes.
It made, I mean, at 100 yards, you were using all sorts of different guns and hitting that thing.
Mhm.
And you could see, oh, I'm hitting left. Oh, I'm hitting right. I can't see that far. I really can't see, even with my glasses, that far. So the idea of seeing movement and going, oh, okay, that's on the left, that's on the right.
Yeah.
I think that thing,
We have one this big that'll make
You
it even
guys-
easier
you guys need a medal.
I have to
for
bring one
that.
next year.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah, right next
absolutely,
year.
absolutely. And I think
And
we'll probably
inch and a
have some.
quarter hit some. So
We'll probably have one of those here maybe before next year. I think
Oh, yeah,
in
for
all seriousness,
$99.
I see probably 3 or 4 of the little ones, at least one of the big ones going to be at my range as soon as I can get Robert to ship them. So, and my wife is saying, I'll pay for one. Father's Day's coming up, maybe 2, 3.
Yeah.
And I
Yeah,
forgot Mother's Day.
I'm sorry,
so
Mother's Day. Just
Never
came and
mind,
went.
we're
I
just
will buy
going-
one
Well,
for myself.
You buy,
There
oh,
you go,
gotcha.
there you
Okay,
go.
there you go.
so you're going to have 2 at least.
And
Yeah,
I will
I
have
like
at
that.
least now. There's so many things. I mean, that Target, if you watch our videos of this week, we hit that thing hard with 100 foot-pound guns. And it just like, okay. It just,
Took a beating.
for me, most valuable player award goes to that silly Target. That thing was awesome. Loved it.
And-
Hey, look who's up.
And you can shoot it with a 17 caliber or 22.
Yep.
And you're not going to hurt it.
Joe, is that you?
Yeah, sorry guys, my airplane was delayed so many minutes before we left, so I apologize.
Hey, no
No
worries, man.
problem.
You're here with us hanging out. That's fine. How's it going, man?
It's going. It's going.
Do
Was
you-
it raining there?
So what?
Is it raining like you thought?
No, in fact, it's sunny and saw lots of water on the ground and prey dog holes. Heck, my plane even actually went over my neighborhood. So yeah, I saw everything.
Great. Glad you had a safe trip.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well, that's a quick jaunt home, huh?
Well, you were here this morning,
Yeah.
Joe. We were just going through like some of the cool things of the week, and we've all kind of had our turn. What was the real standout for you this week, man?
If you have to ask me that, then you must not know the SWA.
Yeah, I just wanted to hear you say it again. That's all.
I know, man. That was an amazing. That for me was amazing. I definitely am going to be getting that.
What was it, Joe?
It was amazing, Angie.
I wanted him to say it again.
Yeah, we didn't hear you,
What?
Joe. What did you say?
Amazing.
We're gonna get Joe a T-shirt that just says "amazing" across the front. It'd be awesome.
That'll work.
Yeah.
Joe Amazing.
That'll work.
Yeah.
So what have I missed?
We just kind of got started. We were just thanking everybody and you guys, of course, and went through and just thanked the folks here at the ranch for all their hard work. And,
Yeah.
they did a great job keeping us all running. It
And
was,
fed and
keeping food in us was
Right.
a chore in and of itself. And so we went through that and, we've just kind of going through the cool stuff. We, realized that we shot everything from a $150 brake barrel up to a $3,400, I don't know, space age laser beam air gun. I mean, it was a big week. I mean, I would have to go back and count all the various products we hit, but I guarantee you I covered more products this week than I ever have at SHOT.
Yeah.
Ever.
Yeah. And for me, I see you on your videos all the time, and I've watched you for years, but actually be there and watch you work. Yeah, I see the work. I see what you put into it. So for people who don't know, you put a lot into it.
Yeah, thank you, Joe.
Yeah,
Well,
there's-
speaking of that, I mean, there was a lot of work put in by you, Sue, Cheryl. I mean, just phone calls, computer, emails, contacting all the people involved. There's really a lot of work. The website, building the website. I really appreciate everything. This has been going on for a good while, and I know Rick's been busy,
Yeah,
busy.
there was definitely a lot of work behind the scenes coming up to this.
Yeah.
No doubt about that. Many, many, many hours of work.
Well, we've been pleased to do it. It was will this work? Will this be sustainable? I hope that it's valuable to the sponsors.
Hold on.
Typical
Reach
Joe.
What?
departure to all
I see you, Joe. You're in the tram. Please keep your arms inside the tram at all times. And please wait till it comes to a complete and total stop before you move around.
Yeah, I don't follow that rule.
Yeah, you don't follow rules. That gun
I'm
can shoot
amazing.
400 yards. Yeah, man, of course it can.
Can I
No.
say something else?
Yeah, go ahead, Angie.
I was kind of maybe bringing the viewers in on this and just ask them what did they enjoy
Yeah.
the best. If you guys can put it in the
Yeah,
comments.
what part of the event did you enjoy the most, or what? Yeah, exactly.
What product? What
what
video?
product?
Yeah.
Was it the range
Probably
day?
the-
Was it the
Studio segment.
studio segments, or was it the round table we're having here?
I'm gonna say it was Joe's yell held around, heard around the world. And that's what it was. The yell.
Yeah, the Joe's yell.
SWA
Yeah.
yell. The SWA yell.
Yeah, the Swah yell. That we could do like the fantastic Swah yell. That'll be his new name. Get him a cape.
Or the beaming
No
personality.
capes.
Yes. Yeah. Smiling faces.
Doors are closing.
Joe, what's next on your agenda, Joe? You gonna go do some hunting?
Departure to all A games.
Tomorrow, no. Tomorrow, no. Sunday, yeah, Sunday looks like it's good to go.
Yeah. We got a question. Go ahead, or a comment.
What is the best cheap air rifle for rabbits?
Or rabbits? That would probably be a break barrel.
Yeah, just an inexpensive break barrel.
Surge, any of them.
Yeah, depending on how far you're shooting. I mean, if you're 15, 20 yards, there's you could probably buy something down at a big box store and knock yourself out.
Yeah.
If you want to spend a little extra money to have something to last you a long time, get like an RWS 34. That's just a great little rifle, or a little Beeman.
Virock.
Yeah, the Wyrock, the Beeman, was it the 35 or one of those? Is that the right number? It's the 35.
What's
Is it
that?
The Wyrock.
35 is
35.
great.
Yeah,
Great
so something like that.
choice.
97's even better.
97 is a little heavy. But
Or if they're looking for something really inexpensive and with a 10-shot mag, there's the Gamo Swarm.
Swarm
Those are
Magnum,
really
yeah,
good,
it's a good one. Or the Swarm, yeah. What's up?
I just realized I feel very powerful.
Yeah.
Because I
Watch
can
your
mute
step.
Joe.
You could mute Joe. That's awesome.
Might be a good thing to try.
Yeah. If you guys have any other questions, chime in. Now we do have the new owner of JSAR coming up here later this evening, so that's going to be. Don't miss that.
The doors are
We got another question.
Please keep clear
I'm
and
gonna
hold
mute
up
her for a
for
second while
departure
I.
to terminal, route transfer station, and back.
Okay.
Okay. Daniel said he enjoyed all but the shooting and pellet slug accuracy tests.
All but that?
Well,
I don't know what that
Oh,
left.
no.
That leave.
well, you know,
studio time.
he likes the studio, likes this stuff.
And-
That's cool.
yeah.
Yeah, each their
That's
own.
cool.
He must like the technical
Yeah,
aspects
the info side.
of the gun.
Information, yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah. There's a little bit of something for everyone.
Yeah. Well, Angie,
So you guys still going out to dinner tomorrow?
yeah, man, absolutely. We're gonna be having an extra steak for you.
Yeah, that's
What caliber is best for hunting beaver?
Oh,
Ooh,
25.
I would say 25.
yeah, I'd say the same thing. 25.
So you
Yeah,
got-
nothing less than a 22.
Please watch
If
your
it has
step.
feathers, 177's okay. If it has fur, 22 and up.
yep. I
There's
think
a guy
Beaver 25 is going to have a little more gas in the tank, a little more
Yeah.
power. I think you're going to need it.
Yeah, beavers, they can be pretty tough.
And I'd say a higher powered 25 too at that personally. Yep.
Yeah, agreed.
Sorry, let's clarify the thing. Daniel Garcia said, especially that
Oh,
he put the shooting and pellet slug accuracy test.
oh, he especially like that. Okay. not
okay. Oh, okay.
except, okay, there you go.
Oh,
Well,
yeah.
we covered everything.
There, yeah, and actually that was one of my favorite parts too. Was
Well,
when we,
it's-
Well, we
Yeah,
got to
Daniel
shoot.
wasn't watching when I was
Yeah.
shooting. Though,
no, he's
so he
talking
doesn't know what
specifically
happened.
when we were
Uh-huh.
trying the 177 pellet
Yeah,
and
the
slugs.
slugs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe, I got to tell you something. What happened today?
Wow.
So I was thinking evil of my brother. I want to tell you that right now. I was looking around the shop for those 177 slugs. I said, that son of a gun done took them home with him. I see the little pouches. I don't see the slugs anywhere. They're gone. He done said, here's 5 and left. And
You
that
can't
was
blame me. I didn't take nothing.
No, we found them.
I spilt them.
We found Angie dumped them on the floor, stepped on them. I mean, she just said, Rick can't have these, just rolled her foot on them. And yeah, man.
No, I dumped them in the tray.
Yes, that is true. That's
I
more
do
accurate.
like, for pellet companies, I do prefer twist cans because I don't know how many times I've spilt those pop
me
off
too.
ones.
Evidently, that's a U.S. deficiency.
Yes,
Everybody
sir.
else in the world seems to
Yeah.
handle it, but us.
Well, JSB
Well,
makes
you know,
both,
it's funny
so-
you said that. It's
They
funny you
state
say
that.
that. Screw top tins are only a U.S. thing. The
Yeah.
rest of the world doesn't use them.
Yeah. So we need that. We're used to mason jar chugging something. I
Yeah, I
don't know.
guess.
Yeah.
Question, Sue?
Yes, and I'm guessing that this question is actually for each of you to answer.
Okay.
Will you do the expo again next year?
I believe so.
I hope so.
If I haven't fully retired and Robert sends me down here, you bet.
Well, even if
He
you're
asked me
fully
if I want to.
retired, you can still come. Oh, it's not
Well,
my
I could.
It's not my place. I shouldn't
Yeah.
say
I
that.
hope you come. With
My
Um,
bad.
Can I tell you next week? Look, I think the truth is, yeah, I'd love to do it again. It really comes down to, is it profitable for the sponsors? And if they feel it's profitable for us to do this for them, then yeah, let's do it. And let's change it up. Let's do. Joe had a great suggestion of how we could do this part of the expo a little bit differently, make it more personal. I'd love to do it. I could see lots of ways we can improve the range segment times and the studio
Absolutely.
times. I think all of that stuff comes with an investment, which I think I know I'm certainly willing to make, and I know the GTA is looking to help out with those investments. And we could have a really nice yearly or twice a year kind of an expo here to facilitate that and just support the sport of air gunning. So yes, I personally would like to do it again, but let's see what happens. I mean, I'm very optimistic that we'll be here again, if not next year, maybe sooner than.
Is there one place where they can give you input on what they liked, what
Ooh.
they would improve or change to gather that information?
Yeah, they can certainly go to the airgunexpo.com. And if we don't have a feedback form, my wife
We
can
will
put
create
that one
one
up
tonight.
there. Sue, she says she'll take care of that. So we'll create a link right at the top that says, give us your feedback or something like that. Let us know if things that you like. Look, we've had some, criticisms and, hey, it's our first year. I don't take any of that stuff personally.
Nah,
I have pretty thick skin.
you
So
have to in this business.
I just want to do things good. I want to do things profitable for our sponsors. I want it to be worth it for them to make the trip, to put the time in. I want it to bring a good return in there on their investment. That's my goal. Sure, we're going to make a little money doing this. No joke. We got to keep the lights on, and I got to pay a whole mess of people for all the work they've done. This is not free to do this. It's a lot of work and a lot of hours and a lot of time. And a lot of cost. Just the sheer volume of technology that went into making this happen.
Oh, Lord.
Nobody wants to necessarily write that check. Fortunately, I had already written the check. So we had a lot of the stuff to start with. But yeah, I'd love to do it again. And I kind of going to go back to you guys. Did you all think it was worth
See,
it?
that's what's
Did you all enjoy it? That's fine.
super
I'm
important.
bugging. I'm on my soapbox now.
I know.
Did you all think it was worth it? Did you all think it was important? Did you all get something out of it? If you did, then please let the sponsors know. Please do this again next year. Support what these guys are doing. That's really what's going to have us do it. But you guys let us know what you think, because that's really going to help us do better for you.
As sponsors,
Yeah.
when you call in and place an order as a result of something you saw on the Airgun Expo,
Yep.
be sure and mention it.
Yeah.
And I know our sales staff will pass that on to our owner.
That really helps. That helps us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Yeah.
So what did you guys think? If you guys out there enjoyed it, let us know. I mean, even tonight, as we were talking here live, we got another 10, 15 minutes or so. You can let us know what you thought. And I'd like some feedback.
I can
take
tell
it.
you, I think we all learned how to do it better. Even.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So we've been here a little over a week. Every day, I think we found little ways to do things better, came up with better ideas. So, this was a kind of a first in the industry, and I think we learned a lot. And I believe the next one, if our sponsors are happy with what we did here, will be twice as good.
Yeah, I think we'll have more stuff, more people, more
Better ideas.
more companies, more products. I think it would be pretty awesome. Yeah.
A couple months ago, we weren't even sure it was going to happen.
Yeah, this turned out this happened very, very quickly.
And
So
then all of a
it's pretty
sudden,
awesome.
we were full. Couldn't take any more people in.
And now we're done. I mean,
And
I
now it's
woke
over.
up today and I'm like, wow, it's
Unbelievable.
day 5. And I thought it was just starting yesterday, but no, we're done.
Yeah.
I'm so
Well,
sad, Angie.
my body's letting
Yeah.
me know it's day 5.
We already
I'm not
said
ready
Larry
for
can
it.
sleep in tomorrow.
Yeah.
What do you
Well,
think,
if
Joe?
we do this again, I'm driving my navigator. I need something to navigate Rick's roads of danger.
You just gotta hook up with the jackrabbits. They'll tell you which way to go, man.
Yeah.
No
They
problem.
did, but they were sick of me.
Yeah. No, Joe, you come out and stay next time. We'll have a place for you to stay, and
Mhm.
then you won't
Well, I
have to drive
appreciate
back
that.
for the hotel anymore. That'd be a lot nicer.
I offered the back of my van, so you're all set.
I could have stayed in the back of your van. That would have been fine. That'd have been,
Look, it's so bad for me, Rick. That on the carousel, this plastic bin went by and it had SWA on it.
hell, that's pretty cool, man.
I'm dying here, man. I'm dying.
Well, you're welcome anytime. You come back, we'll do some shooting. And I'm gonna come up and see
plan
you.
to.
We're gonna shoot some stuff up at your place too. Questions?
Yeah.
David Farrow says, this was great. Please do it again. I know how
Thank
this
you.
works. I will be visiting the sponsors. Anyone have a Woodstock Avenger or Nomad 2 for sale? LOL.
Hey, I got a
I get-
question, Rick.
Yes, sir.
You lost it?
Did not mute him.
Try it again, Joe. We lost you.
But anyway, yeah, most of the stuff is
Hear me?
actually
All right, now try again. What's the question?
I'm sorry. Are you gonna have actual guests there next time or just the vendors again?
Well, I think with the restrictions of COVID releasing and other things happening, I think next time I would probably open it up far wider than we had this year.
Yeah.
Okay.
This year was a little bit of an odd year, to say the least.
I
but-
think if I had my druthers, what I would probably do is maintain the high level of content creation that we had, but I would want to have more people here that were just wanting to come see what we're doing, and maybe even have 2 locations, one place where we're doing the content creation, and then another place where we may have some vendors that could be where people that wanted to come out, if they're brave enough to make the trip, could actually put their hands on some gear or have specified times for that to happen. So personally, if we did it again, I would like to have a lot more outside participation. I would like to have a lot more vendors. and
All right, what I
sponsors.
miss?
You with us, Joe?
Sorry, what I missed. My son had called me. I couldn't hear anything.
Well, I'll just say yes. How's that?
Okay.
We'd like
Yes.
to do it. We'd like to have more next year.
So would I. That
And
was
there were
great.
and
It
there
was
were a
great.
lot of people that actually wanted to come out but couldn't.
Yeah.
Because of restrictions.
Yeah.
So
Right.
there's that too.
And once that's opened up, I think we could have something pretty substantial here. And it may not be here. It may be a better facility that has more space and more accommodations for doing this kind of stuff. Sue?
There've been a couple of comments about thanking everybody for the work that they've done. Great job. Bill Chambers would like us to do a fall show.
I think a fall show makes sense.
I do
personally.
too. I really do. I think in October, when we're going into hunting season and then there's new releases too from all the vendors. I think fall is a great time to do it. I think, one early in the year, February-ish,
Cold.
Not here.
Cold.
March.
No, May is great here. May is like the ideal because we're through the windy season and the weather's not terrible and we're not
The
real
windy
hot yet.
season.
Oh yes, this is nothing. This was like wonderfully calm all week. Yeah, this was great. He should have been here 2 weeks ago.
Well, it was actually better this week than it was last week.
Oh yeah,
All I can say is God is good.
yeah,
That-
Oh,
absolutely.
really?
That's what I said, Joe. Oh, really?
It wasn't that bad though. It really wasn't that bad.
No, we only had one really bad day, and then we just did everything indoors that day. So
Well, that kind of
Right.
taught us a lesson too. Having all of the studio stuff out of the way before we go and spend time on the range may be a better way to schedule things.
we learned a lot.
Yeah.
We learned a lot.
I think it worked out perfectly
Yeah.
how that, because the weather was really bad that day.
Joe,
I
can
mean,
you mute it when you're not talking?
Sorry.
Thank you. You're killing somebody's ears.
Yeah.
And Bill said he would come visit our show in person way before he'd go to SHOT Show.
Well, that's
Oh,
cool.
that's lovely.
Yeah.
We really
good.
appreciate that.
Yeah.
That means a lot to us.
Especially since all of us have been to SHOT Show.
I'm not nearly as tired as I would have been had I worked SHOT Show.
Oh,
Yeah,
me either.
it's-
Yeah.
Me either. You're right, Larry. And my feet don't hurt nearly as much as if I was at
And I
shot.
haven't taken in nearly as much cigarette smoking.
There you go.
And been,
Yeah.
exposed to as many viruses as there are at shot show.
Yeah, I probably won't have the flu.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably won't.
SHOT Show does its thing, but I'll tell you, I have never had been able to digest the volume of hands-on time at SHOT Show that we've done here.
And the other thing at SHOT Show, you got to remember the shooting portion of it isn't connected to SHOT Show.
Yeah.
It's way, way off of property. And when you get there, like last year, there was basically one rifle in the air rifle.
Yeah, they had
This
two
is shooting.
companies. There were Cap Arms, which had their modified Dragon Claw, and Umrex was there with their stuff. So they had two companies there,
Yeah.
but that was it.
And that was it. And then nobody's seen any of it either.
So
So I think the money that the vendors spend at SHOT Show, they're getting a pretty good bargain here in comparison.
I hope so.
Yeah.
We got a question, Sue, or comment?
No, just a couple more people who will come if it's open to the public.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And Daniel lives half an hour south of Houston and would love to visit Pro Shop in the range.
Anytime. You just give us a call, and there's a great hotel down the road you can stay that won't break the bank. And we're about an hour from there. So be glad to have you. So
On a personal note for me, I'd like to say that I really enjoyed this. It was kind of cool to see the fun you guys had with shooting, considering I'm not much of a shooter. I like being behind the camera, away from the camera, not in front of it.
yes.
I like being on the computer. I like all that stuff. So that was fun.
And you did a fantastic job. Sue.
Yeah. By the way, all of the video cuts and stuff, and even the audio errors, we're all my wife behind
Yeah.
some equipment
She
she
worked her
had
butt
never
off.
run really in her life.
Yeah,
So-
mainly the
Wow.
errors. That
so
was
she
me.
jumped into this simply to support me and this event, and was there from 6:30 in the morning until we end every night. So yeah, that's
Thank you, Sue.
that's
Yeah,
some of the
thank you,
folks
Sue.
that just put in a lot of hours.
And she helped feed us.
And she fed us too.
And she did
Yeah.
lunches and
Yeah,
breakfasts.
that's crazy.
Yeah.
A lot of work.
Well,
Sue
it was
was a
definitely-
machine. She was just a machine.
It's definitely a team effort.
Yeah.
I can't take the credit.
Yeah.
But I appreciate the thanks.
You're very welcome. Sue.
But my point was to tell you guys that there are a lot of things that I think we could do that would be really fun for people to be like me to be able to shoot as well, where it's not necessarily on camera, but it's after you guys have been on camera and had people shoot, where there's an open time for people to come and
You
the
know,
guns are there. There's somebody at each station, and you can try it out and see, put your
That-
hands on it. Because I didn't get to touch the one that you guys were shooting at 100 yards today with
the
the
Delta
spinner.
Wolf.
Yeah, man, I want to shoot that.
Yeah.
Um,
well,
but
shoot
I
it
didn't
there's
get to
tomorrow.
shoot that.
Shoot it tomorrow.
I will,
Yeah.
but I
that's
didn't get to shoot that
fantastic.
today, and I watched you guys shoot it, and to me that was cool because it seemed like it was really easy to cock. I am not somebody
Yeah.
who likes something that takes great
It
effort.
takes zero effort to
There's
cock
no
that gun.
recoil. there's no loud noise, and it was accurate.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what I want to
Crazy accurate.
Well, I'll
It
tell
would
you,
allow
I'll
others
tell
to
you,
do it too.
let me echo that just for a second, because as a person who does air guns for a living, there's a difference between, you all right there, buddy?
Yeah.
About wearing poor Travis out. There's a difference between doing air guns for a living and doing air guns for fun.
Yeah.
And
big
when
time
you
difference.
do, when you transition from them being fun to a living, all of a sudden, some of that joy can get going. It
Mhm.
really can go. I'll tell you that I've been reinvigorated with the joy of shooting after this week, having shot so many different things in a different way. Because I get so busy, I've got to create content. I don't have time to just go have fun. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And so if I can go have more fun, that would be cool. And if I can include my wife and my daughter in that fun, which now I hope that Sue will want to come do it. I'll get a few of those quadrant targets like next week. Then I think I can get them involved too, which that would be great. So do you have something you want to say, Joe? You kind of jumped back in there for a second.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I agree with you, Rick. Since I'm in it with the pellets and everything, I just don't, sometimes I just don't want to shoot. I'm like, no, I don't want to do this. It's just, you get to the point where you're like, yeah, I love my job. I love shooting, but today is not the day, and the day turns into a week or two. And then before you know it, it's a couple months for your last shot. But that show really helped me get, feel good about shooting again. And I'm really aching to get back out there.
That's cool, man. That's
Yeah,
good news.
I feel
That's
the same
awesome.
way, Joe. And you know what Sue was saying, which I had the same thought. If we had people come out, we could it would be a good thing for the vendors,
Yeah, to have
we
put
could
hands on.
let them get the guns in their hands. When we're not reviewing them, we have them on a table. We can have someone there showing them how to use
Yeah.
it and loading it for them and
We could
pointing them
certainly
in the
do
right
that.
direction. And
Be like a public range day, almost like what you
Yeah.
have it shot. I think
I mean, we
something
couldn't
like
do
that
it
would be
every
great.
day because it's
Yeah.
busy. It's a busy thing, but
Yeah,
we
it would
could,
have to be a separate thing.
I
sort
think
of,
maybe
where
the-
you could keep
The
them
day
separate.
after or
the
something.
day
Yeah.
after the
Yeah.
event, we could
But
have a public range day where they just come out.
I am
and
not. I need to touch it in order to find out if I like to shoot it.
I'm with you.
I will not buy something that I do not actually get to hold in my hand.
Well, I don't know about
first.
that part.
You know what? One thing that I really,
buy a
really
lot of
thought was
stuff.
cool was we have I wouldn't consider myself an experienced shooter. I have a lot to learn when it comes to shooting. Rick, you're the expert. It says it on your website. And I mean,
It's
there
all
were times
marketing,
where
Angie. It's all marketing.
there were times where I would shoot the gun and maybe I didn't get that great of a group, but you came up after me and shot a beautiful group, and it really showed the gun, because there's people out there that maybe they're not really great shooters. They buy a gun and they think the gun sucks when all they really need is more trigger time with it to learn how to do it right.
Yeah. Or
So I
just-
think that was really a great
there's a
thing
lot
that
of
was shown this
there's
week.
a lot of technique in each kind of gun genre, whether it's a break barrel, big bore, whatever. There's different holes, there's different ways of making it perform
Yeah.
correctly. So, and we saw that this week,
with the Catran.
with the Catron
Yeah.
and with big
TX200.
bores, the TX200.
TX200. Yeah, I got to get that. That's Claire. Thank you for the TX. I will do better next time. I will represent better. I promise.
Yeah. So all those things, just take a little trigger time and maybe some advice from someone else. Maybe you're not doing something, or they catch you doing something that you're not aware of, and correct it. And then all of a sudden you're shooting it great. Like that's what happened
Like the
more
Fusion
than once
2.
this week.
Yeah. What's that?
Like the Fusion 2.
Yeah. That's, Angie's got to bring up these times where she
No,
wins.
she kind of digs
Yeah.
in.
I
doesn't
didn't.
she?
I didn't hear her bring up the times where I won. But
Yes,
she-
I did. Y'all go back and look. I did.
No,
bring
no.
it
I'm
up
talking about
one more.
tonight.
Tonight.
What have you done for me today, Angie?
Did you win today?
Sue, what do we have?
Did you
No,
win
I
today?
didn't win today.
Okay, I can't help you then, Rick.
David said he had to say one of the things that made the expo so enjoyable is the feeling of family that you all have working
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, it was great. I enjoyed every bit of it. Every bit of it.
We all have the same disease,
Yeah.
airgunitis.
Yeah. And it was cool, because we all
didn't
got
have
to
that.
shoot all kinds of different air guns, huh?
It's
I
great
mean,
fun.
We did.
from every kind of vendor and every type. And I don't normally shoot big bore, And
Gotcha. Almost converted. Hey man, if you can get me shooting both
well,
pups.
I
He
bought.
got the TC
I bought the
45.
He did. He got the
TC-45.
TC45. He did.
Yeah, so now I got my own big bore.
And no, I don't have any more. That was the last one. Just saying. Just so you guys
Yeah.
can be like, Joe, no,
Sorry.
we ain't got no more. So-
But yeah, I mean, after shooting and learn how to shoot it and wearing ear protection, I felt perfectly comfortable.
You cut down some of the violenceness. With
Yeah,
the-
the
Violenceness,
violenceness.
yes.
Mhm.
Question.
Bill Chambers said this could turn into a big airgun jamboree if you keep it going. I'll be
I
there
think
the
so.
first time you have it and it's open to the public.
Yep.
Thank you. Yeah, I
Yep.
agree with you. I think if we keep rolling with this and we keep improving it, it could turn into something really special.
Yeah.
Thank you, Bill.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah,
you,
that'd
guys.
be cool. That'd be real cool.
Yep.
Don't you think, Joe?
And
I do think this
Yeah.
is amazing.
It's amazing.
And just
and
think, Joe,
Travis.
you were at the very first one.
Yeah, man.
Travis,
I was.
I'd like to thank you for choosing the color scheme.
I didn't
Because
choose the
initially-
color scheme.
Rick said you chose it.
No, he said when I did the website, I said, "What's your favorite color?" He said, "Lime green."
Lime
and I went,
green.
"Whoa!"
And
And
I
then,
saw the
He- he
website.
chose-
and I
He
went,
got his.
Yeah, no, I chose this color, but he chose the blue and it kind of
well, I
popped
have
together.
to tell you, it looks great in person. It looks great on camera.
It does look
Everything
cool.
worked really well together. It was
Yeah,
very
it really
cool.
sticks out.
that all of this, if you guys only knew, it was me at the computer going, "Man, I got to build a logo."
Yeah, it was.
Okay, I got to build some
And me
t-shirts.
saying that doesn't go there.
Oh, okay, I got to build some banners, and a lot of prayer, a lot of lifting this up, and then this
Hey,
is what we got.
we
Worked
got
out
it done,
great.
right? We got it done.
Worked great, guys.
Cheryl's
We're good.
online. She said it was fun to shoot.
Yeah, my sister Cheryl was a big part of this too. She
Oh
really
yeah.
stepped
Oh
up.
yeah.
Guys, we're going to wrap up now. We're going to have Matthew, from JSAR coming up in about probably top of the hour here.
At 10 minutes.
So I need to get him the link and get everything. Joe, dude, thank you so much for coming out.
Yep,
Uh,
thanks, Joe.
Oh, have fun. Have fun.
Yeah, next
think
time, buddy.
some of the best time this week. I mean, obviously hanging out with Larry was great, but I already knew Larry from Airguns of Arizona somewhat, but really getting to hang out with you. And that was pretty cool, man. I appreciate you coming out and just deciding to stay the week.
I know it's your pleasure. I understand, man.
Yeah.
It's you all's pleasure. You
Yeah.
know, Lord and Lad has made his presence known.
Yeah,
And thanks for not bringing the stray dogs here. We
Yeah.
appreciate that.
that's a whole
Hey, man,
story
that
for
dog was
another
trying
day.
to follow me.
That was funny.
We
He'll
have a
show up
last comment.
at your house in Colorado. Go ahead.
That would be funny. if we
Donald
should-
said range time competition against Angie.
Yeah.
Him or everybody?
I'm guessing people
Everybody.
having a competition against you.
I guess I prepare myself to lose a lot.
You just train. You train for it.
Train.
Train some more.
I am
All right.
getting an Umarex fusion too. So
You are.
yeah,
Ah,
with that one, yeah. And
forgot
those
about
canine
that.
targets. Did you see it, Joe?
No,
Did you see it?
That sounds so evil.
no.
Oh, you gotta
No.
watch it. It was awesome.
I
It was
I
not awesome.
oh,
It was
I gotta
not.
see
It was
then.
not awesome.
Rick went down again.
Yeah, and flames. All right,
Oh,
guys,
see?
we're out of here. We're out of here.
Bye.
Joe, thank you.
Joe, thanks
Yeah,
a lot,
thank you,
buddy.
Joe.
Glad you
All
made
right,
home
see ya.
You
safely.
made it home safe,
Thank you.
Joe.
Thank
See you guys later.
Bye.
Good night, Joe.
We'll be
night.
back in like 10 minutes. See you guys.